Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where we are going to talk about Aphmau's upcoming LD weapon that is dropping in JP here in the next few days. So if you do enjoy this video and you would like to see some more JP content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for future content. I am trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. I am very close. I am very grateful to everybody who has been supportive to the channel. So if you would like to help out in helping me reach that goal, I'd greatly appreciate the support. Let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. Let's talk about Aphmau's LD weapon, and shout out to the Dissidia Compendium and the data miners there for obtaining this information from last night's data download. So her LD weapon is called Victory Smite. Now it grants her the Ovjang and the Mingjing, and I'm probably gonna mispronounce that greatly because there is many of the Ovjang and the Mingjing in the description of her LD weapon, so I apologize ahead of time. To herself for 2 action. It is a 2-hit melee brave attack plus HP attack with 150% potency per hit, followed by a 3-hit melee brave attack plus an HP attack, followed by another 3-hit melee brave attack plus an HP attack with a guaranteed hit, 150% brave stolen overflow. The last HP attack hits and has splash damage that does 20% total dealt HP damage to other enemies, and it grants her 2 buffs. It grants her the Leave It to Mal to herself for 5 turns and then 9 turns with the extension, and then she also gets Tactic Switch to the selected party for 2 actions, and then it will be 4 with the extension, and then it cancels the current active Tactic Switch when granting it to other parties. So I assume it just resets the counts, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. Now, while the Leave It to Mal buff is active and the party has 6 total buffs or more, her own dealt brave damage goes up by 40%, the party dealt HP damage goes up by 10%, and then the party with the Tactic Switch buff active gets an additional turn after the inflictor's, which is Aphmau's, turn, and it doesn't increase the turn count, and afterwards it returns to its initial turn, and her LD has 3 uses. So it seems kind of basic from what I'm reading so far. I mean, we don't know anything yet. We don't have, like, you know, the showcase video, which will drop here in the next few days. I think about 2 days from now that I'm making this video. But from what it says so far, I mean, I'm not too impressed. I don't know. Maybe there's more to it. Let's keep reading, because look, I'll be honest, I did not read any of this. I just saw this and I was just like, ooh, I gotta make a video on it. So, the Leave It to Mal buff gives the party brave stolen overflow of 20% up, and then party brave grant overflow 20% up. The HP damage taken is 30. Wait, the HP damage taken is 30% down. Interesting. And then the brave regen for the party is 30%. I assume 30% of the party's brave or her brave, either of the two. But that's interesting though. HP damage taken 30% down. We're so used to seeing HP like damage up, but to see an HP damage taken of 30% down makes me wonder how they are treating Aphmau now. Like, because if you don't already know, Aphmau provides some great party buffs or party aura, excuse me. And so to see an HP damage being reduced by 30% is actually something we don't normally see. And for the I don't know if this is going to be for the party or for herself, but if this is for the party, that is actually pretty good. Then the Tactic Switch buff, what it does is the Brave Stolen Overflow goes up by 10%. The Brave Grant Overflow goes up by 10%. It deals HP damage up 20% up with the because the Tactic Switch is the party buff, yeah. And then the EX recast gauge is 100% up. So does that mean that whenever this buff is applied to the party, the EX is basically ready to go? Huh. That's similar to who is it? That is very similar to Ash's ability after she uses the EX, and then you use the HP attack that is changed to, I forgot the name of it, but basically what it does is it does turn shenanigans. It brings the party pretty much up front of the enemy, and it automatically you get an automatic EX usage, basically. So I mean, if this is gonna do the same thing, that's pretty cool, because like not only are you getting the recast gauge basically filled up, if that is 100% true, but you also have that HP reduction. That 30% HP reduction is actually very nice. Then whenever you fully limit break the weapon, I'm not gonna go through everything. Actually, no, I should go through everything because it is new. So if you 1-3 her LD, the party initial brave and attack go up by 10%, and then with the victory smite, dealt brave damage up 10%. If you 2-3 her LD, the party initial brave and attack goes up by 10%, and then when using victory smite, it extends the leave it to Mal duration and the tactic switch. So yeah, it is 1000%, but I mean at this point it's kind of obvious that you should max out LDs because you get all of these lovely benefits, and then at 3 you get an extra use, which it's still at I think it's still 3 uses. It's not going to be 4. Her LD board at the start of the quest, it grants the Leave It to Mal to herself for 5 actions, and then when you are using Victory Smite, which is the LD, it does the attack that I mentioned earlier, and let's see. Oh, and then the Brave Stolen Overflow goes up from 150% to 180%, and then the splash damage goes from 20% all the way up to 50%. So it's not that little 20% that I mentioned earlier in the video. So that's good, because like 20% right now to where we are at in DFFOO, it's not the best. Like you want to make sure that you have at least 50% or higher, because like anything other than that's not gonna be like it's something that you don't really want. Let's just say that. The passives for Victory Smite, level 9, and then what is it? Brave, level 9 for Victory Smite, dealt Brave damage of 20%, Brave Stolen Overflow 10%, which I think I already said already, so I will probably just skip that. Her LD call, when you use her LD call, which is of course Victory Smite, when called for assistance, Aphmau performs the following actions, which is basically her attacks. Let's see here. Let's see. Last HP attack hits, splash damage 50%. Okay. After using, grants the special buff to the party for 3 turns, reduces HP damage taken by 20%. That's not too bad. Brave Stolen and grants overflow up 20%, and then dealt HP damage up 10%. And this is for the party, so this is actually not a bad LD call. And then her regular call ability. Let's see, it grants, it raises the caller's brave based on 30% of the dealt HP damage, and then it grants the automaton to the party except to the, I guess, the user of the call for 2 actions, which it seems like let's see here, it doesn't really say anything. I guess we're just gonna go with like a regular call ability, just being the brave based raises the caller's brave by the 30% of whatever HP damage Aphmau does whenever she comes into the fight. Next, we're going to talk about, I guess lastly, we're going to talk about her armor, her 7-star armor. Her 7-star armor is the party attack up by 5%, and then of course the brave damage goes up to 104, 999. Wait, 998. I added an extra 9 to that. Now, whenever you realize her 7-star armor, the party, just the armor itself, the party dealt brave damage limit goes up by 2%. The party's max brave and dealt HP damage up goes up by 2%. And then if you fully max it out, the party dealt brave damage limit goes up by 4%, so it'll go up to 10,998 or 11k. And then the party max brave and dealt HP damage goes up by 4%, all the way up to 115k if you want to round that up. So overall though, from what I have read here, the thing that catches my attention is the HP damage taken, or the HP damage reduced by 30%, because like they with the introduction of Lufenia Plus, depending on how the fight is and how consistent the bosses are when it comes to attacking you, this HP reduction could help you out, whether you have Aphmau in the team or if you want to bring Aphmau as a call. The other thing that catches my interest is the EX recast gauge. Now, if this recharges fully the other party members' EX, whether with having her in the team, that may or may not be a good thing. No, let me rephrase that. It can be a good thing depending on like your situation in the fight, but I kind of feel like Ash's LD with the whole EX recast gauge is slightly better because of the turn shenanigans, but you do have to wait an extra turn to use that free EX charge up basically with Ash, compared to Aphmau, where it seems like it's immediate. You don't have to wait an extra turn. It'll happen right there and then. It would have been perfect, in my opinion, if she also had the same turn shenanigans where she brings her two other party mates in front of the enemy and they have the EXs ready. So, and this could actually be very helpful too whenever we start getting those like mini enhancements or reworks, whatever they want to call it, for EX weapons. Whenever they start doing that here in late May at the earliest is what they said. So this right here could actually help out a lot for future fights, but we'll see. But overall, I need to see some gameplay, and I need to see like I need to see the full 100,000% translations whenever they release her showcase video via Twitter, so that way I know for sure that like this information right here specifically is correct. Because if it is, then that could actually be but that could actually be very helpful in fights, especially with Lufenia Plus. So we'll see what's up. But overall, it's an interesting LD. I'm not gonna say it's good or bad. I want to see more of it before I make my final decision. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this. How do you feel about, based off of what I said now in this video, what you think about Aphmau? And you know, like I said, I will, as soon as the showcase is up, I'll get the reaction video up there, and then once the actual translations are released an hour later after the showcase, I will make sure to pin it in like the comment section of said video. Or if you want to join my Discord server, you can also see it via there as well. That link will be down in the description below. But other than that though, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you did. Take care, guys, and I will catch you guys in my next video.